This is Lugnut TV on Thursday, May 11th, 2017, and you're watching the Loose Lugnuts Thursday Night Truck Series. I'm your host, Brian Tribble, and today I should say, we are at Darlington Raceway for 120 laps of lugnuttery excitement. We have over a dozen of the world's ugliest sim racers ready to leave their mark on the walls of Darlington. This should be a good one. Let's fire off some sponsors because it's the NASCAR thing to do. I'd like to thank RaceGear.com, Over the Top Paints and Designs, The Wise Guys, and Lugnut TV, and of course, BowtieApparel.com. While these guys are finishing up their qualifying effort, let's take a quick listen to the Star Spangled Banner. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to run through our starting lineup here real quick. Looks like we've got Bob Wells in the pole with Wes Holland on the outside. Robert Mattis and Trevor Pertillier. Craig Covington outside of him. Justin French in 6th position. Jason Smoke Hughes in 7th. Alan Matting 8th. Matthew Hevener 9th, Tim Campbell 10th, David Toker Johnson 11th, and Billy Wise 12th. Pace car is in. Waiting on the green flag. And there it is. We're off. Bob Wells brings them down into turn number 1. Looks like we had some guys playing possum way there in the back, maybe just trying to fall to the back of the field real quick. But here's Wesley Holland on the outside, making the pass as they come around too. And as they come out of the backstretch, Wes Holland has taken the lead away from Bob Wells. Short-lived effort for Bob there. This is a single groove racetrack for the most part in the turn, so they are already spread out. It's the safest thing to do. And we'll probably be doing a lot of blimp view for this race to kind of make sure we get everyone in the shot. So up front we got Wes Holland and then Bob Wells. Looks like Panic. Robert Mattis is looking to make a move on Trevor. Single file as they go. Here's a good battle stewing right here. We got Jason Hughes in the 58 machine looking to the inside of Craig Covington in the 96. Covington gives up that position without too much of a fight. Back a little further. Now we got Toker putting the inside move on Alan Matting. Again, Alan's going to give that one up. Toker real hot going into 1. Slides all the way up the track. Does not touch the outside wall, however. Oh, and here goes Alan Matting. Real good save there. He got wicked loose and was able to regain control and keep it pointed in the right direction. Alan Matting falls to 9th spot. Back up front, we got a battle for the lead. Here goes Wes back to the inside of Bob. They come down the backstretch. Barreling into turn number 3. Bob's got the right position on the outside there. And Wes is trying to keep it pinned down. Hard to do that. Maintain speeds. He keeps it back there. And Bob Wells is going to lead a lap. Bob had the pole for tonight's race. And Wes puts a little bumper to him. Wes is saying, I'm a little bit faster. However, Bob's got the right idea. Keep that high line for him. And I don't think Wes is going to be able to pass him easily on the outside. I'm sorry, on the inside. So as we're riding along the left rear suspension of Bob Wells, looking back at Wes as he's sizing him up, seeing if he can make a move here. Here goes Wes, getting a run off the corner. Here's a good angle. We're on board with Bob Wells, looking back at the Ford truck. This is a battle for the lead. You can see Bob has a better entry and exit in those 2 turns, and Wes is going to have a better effort going into 1, I believe. All right, Bob's putting some distance on him. So Bob Wells, your leader after 9 laps. I'm going to run through the field real quick. Hopefully we don't have any more excitement up front. So here's your top 10. Bob Wells, Wesley Holland. In 3rd spot is Panic. Robert Mattis, about 2 seconds back. He's in front of Trevor here in the 059. And then Smoke Hughes, David Toker Johnson, 96 of Craig Covington. Here comes Justin French in the 018. He prefers the dirt. Oh, the Ford truck. All right, we're on board with the Ford. See if we can figure out what happened to him. Oh, just slams that outside wall. And he gets her sideways going down the backstretch here. Able to maintain control, does not bring out the yellow flag. And we stay green. Off we go. Still on board here with Wes. He's fallen back to 8th position. And that replay goes out to, oh, and here goes, I spoke too soon. That's the Ford truck. Let's take a close look at this one. All right, so Wesley Highland's going to bring out the first caution. He had led a few laps and then fell back to 8th after that little incident. And here's Wes barreling through turns. I think this is 1 and 2. And, oh, there was somebody stopped on the front stretch. Let's see if we can slow this down and see who that was. Yeah, up in front of Wes. The 018. So let's take a look at his ride here. Let's see if we can get on board with the 018. All right, so here's the 018. He's in the wall, kind of rim ride a little bit, Justin French. And all right, this is him coming down the backstretch. and through 3 and 4. This is before the caution came out, so this is him hitting the wall hard on 4. And it just really nosedives are in there. And Holland goes around after that. All right, back to live action. Here's Wes Holland coming in for a pit stop. These guys do have one quick reset, so Wes is going to be able to put a new engine in that car and get back to green flag racing with everyone. Up front, not a surprise here, Matthew Hevener staying out to lead one lap. You are watching the TNT series with on Lugnut TV. That stands for the Thursday Night Truck Series. This is the second season of the trucks. This is race number 14 of 16 at Darlington Raceway tonight. The standings are a little bit jumbled up. Craig Covington is now 10 points behind Wesley Holland at the beginning of this race, with again 14 out of 16 races in the books. So we have Homestead Miami Speedway. That's going to be next week. And then the grand finale is at Michigan in 2 weeks. All right, we are still under caution here at Darlington. Going around long pace laps here. Very long pace laps. So while we're filling some time here, I can remind you that this has been an awesome season for TNT. Started off with Mark Jackson winning a very memorable win at Daytona. Bob Wells got his first win with the Lugnut Series in the trucks at Iowa, and that was followed by Wes Holland rattling off 3 wins in a row. That was broken up by Dode Hoskins at Pocono, and then again Wes Holland did a run of 3 wins: Charlotte, Texas, Richmond, and then Craig Covington took home the checkered flag at Pahonix. That's somewhere out west. And then Keith Haney at Chicagoland. And wouldn't you know it, Wesley Holland brought home the checkered flag at Bristol. And it looks like the lights are off on the pace car. They are getting double file here. So we're curious if Wes Holland is going to rattle off 2 more wins to keep the cycle going. However, he's had issues. Falling to the back of the pack here. So we're about to go back green flag racing. We got Matthew Hevener, the 99 truck, on the inside of Bad Bob Wells. And I think we're going to see Bad Bob just kind of pass him on the outside going into 1. The outside is definitely the place where you want to be. Oh, but Hevener gets the jump. Hevener wastes no time hitting the loud pedal. Gets a commanding lead going down the front stretch, crossing that start-finish line, and now into 1. Here goes the 99, sliding up the track. And the 38 looking well under control. He's got this in hand, so he's got to figure out the easiest way to make this move over. He's going way down, and Wesley Holland bringing out the caution flag in the back. All right, here's these guys coming back to green here. And Wesley Holland below the 96. He's going to try to pass the 96. I guess he made that okay. And it just gets loose. Gets down there on those white lines. Gets real loose. Doesn't look like he hit the inside wall, however. Got a little damage in the back end, though. I'm not sure if maybe he got crossed up on the restart, perhaps. But back to live action. Here's the Ford truck catching back up with the field. So Hevener, after losing the lead really quickly there, I'm sorry, he did not lose the lead. He pulled off, came down pit road here. So Havener comes down pit road. Also looks like Holland and a couple other guys. See if we can catch them on the way out. I believe it's Havener, French, Bertelier, Holland, and Alan Matting on pit road. Not sure if Tim Campbell is still with us or not. Well, it says that he is. Let's see. Yep, there's Tim Campbell still on the track. Tim is 3 laps down. Not sure exactly what happened to him. Maybe a connection issue or something. And here's that race off pit road. Havener, 018 of French, and then Wesley Holland. It looks like Trevor is still on pit road. He may have not used his quick fix. He may be trying to nurse it back to health the old-fashioned way. Here comes Bob Wells down pit road. Bold move out of Wells here, giving up the lead to come down pit road, and not really sure why. He's going to fall back all the way to the back of the field here with 11 cars on the lead lap out of the 12-car field. Bob's going to fall all the way back to 11th, it appears. Not sure what he's thinking here. So that's going to hand over the lead and the race control to Jason Smoke Hughes in the 58 truck. Now in this series, these guys do have the ability to choose which lane they start. So the leader has control. If Smoke wanted to, he could start on the outside, or he can start on the inside as we go back to green. And that's up to him. Curious which lane he will choose. Very clearly that it's clear that the outside lane is the fastest, or at least the easiest to keep your momentum up at this track. And trying to pass people on the low side is very difficult. You really gotta set them up lap after lap before you can cut down and make that pass happen. And you gotta do the old Darlington slide job, which is something you'd think, I think 018 of Justin French would be excited about. He loves his dirt track racing. He's really good over there. He was threatening to give up on asphalt altogether, but Darlington might just suit him after they get a few laps in. Okay, the lights have been extinguished on the pace car, and we're going to go double file. Well, can't really call that double file. It's just a wad of cars at this point. But they will form up soon, and we'll get back green flag racing in just a moment. Just to recap, we got 11 cars on the lead lap, and Tim Campbell 3 laps down. Alright, Smoke has control of the field as we come rolling off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Smoke gets the early jump and brings it back to green flag racing at Darlington. There goes the 58 truck in turn number 1 all by himself. Lots of room. There's Panic trying to catch a draft to catch up with the 58. On the 4th truck, he's already making up lots of ground. He's already up to 5th spot. Just a few laps. Wasting no time cutting up this field. Tell you what, let's go on board with Wesley Holland. And we're going to try one of those crank it up segments. So here we go, cranking her up. Okay, we got an instant replay coming up. See who brought out that caution. There goes the 99 getting her way loose. He's got a tank slapper and just holds her down. Hits that. Holds the brake. He does what he's supposed to do. Spins her back around after the caution came out and gets her back underway. All right, on to pit road. We got a lot of takers here. Interesting pit strategy. We got a lot of people staying out, or a couple people staying out, and a lot of people coming in. Up there at the top of the track, you're going to see Wesley Holland stayed out. Looks like Bob Wells is he trying to pick up a lap? Yeah, it appears Bob Wells was down a lap. Not really sure what's going on with the 38 machine. Taking a closer look at Tim Campbell as he comes down pit road this time by. Let's see, he's got quite a bit of damage on that front right corner. Yeah, back end's looking good and square. Just to point out the difference, here's his rear spoiler of Tim Campbell, and here's the rear spoiler of Wesley Holland. That is not going to help with the downforce of these cars. I imagine he's even looser than before, but you know they say loose is fast, so could be helping him out here. He was able to come from about 8th spot all the way up to the lead at this point. Some of that track position came from not pitting, but a lot of that came from passing cars as they rolled. See if we can make up some more stuff to talk about tonight. Bump and Run Series comes to Martinsville Speedway. Let's put up that logo. Bump and Run Series is going to be at Martinsville Speedway for 135 laps tomorrow night. If you'd like to race in that league or check them out, it'll be on this same channel here. Bob Wells is the caller. I will be taking a leave of absence. A little vacation day tomorrow, but Bob will be up in the booth all by his lonesome. That's 135 laps at Martinsville. You guys can check us out on the Facebook or join the league. That should be a good one. It's a fun car, and it's a fun track. Well, not really a fun track, but it'll be lots of bumps and or runs, so it should be pretty exciting. Looking forward to watching that race. Even though I'm not calling it, I will be tuning in to watch and criticize. Also, well, looks like the lights are off in the pace car, so I'll hold my other comments and we will get ready to go back to green here. We do have a moment here. So also, Loose Lug Nuts dirt track racing every Saturday night, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. We got a race every hour on the hour for about 4 hours. It's a fantastic night. All kinds of different cars are run, all at the same track. So I think we're doing Volusia this coming Saturday night. So Legends, Street Stocks, Modifieds, it's all in there. The sprint car, it's a grand old time. So if you have the ability, come right. Oh my goodness, we have a wreck. We have a wreck under caution. Not sure what happened there. We had the 96 truck. just it kind of comes up the track a little bit and into the side. Yeah, that's not something you see every day. Let's go on board with Alan Matting. So this is what Alan was looking at. Oh, looks like Alan came down a little bit and Craig went up a little bit. Isn't that something? I don't think I've ever seen that in sim racing or real racing or any of the above. But we were back under caution. This may actually just be a delayed green. Yep, just a delayed green. So the oh, hold on. Back to live action here. All right, so the pace car is off. Wesley Holland has control of the field. He brings it back to green flag racing. That did not work out for Craig Covington, who is now going to be 2 laps down. And there goes Toker. 00 doing a tank slapper down the backstretch. Got a close look here at Dave Johnson, the 00. Watching Panic hit the outside wall a little bit there. And then Johnson just loses it. Does a tank slapper down the backstretch and keeps it. Oh, almost off the wall. He just nicked it. So he gets it going back the right direction, and the caution flag does not come out. So we're now looking at Dave Johnson here. Toker in 9th spot, last car on lead lap. He's about 17 seconds behind the leader, which means he's about 10 seconds in front of the leader. So he's about 10 seconds away from going a lap down. So he's last car on the lead lap, and we'll go back to Wesley Holland here. He comes to cross the start-finish line. That's the distance between him and Toker. Wow, lots of excitement tonight. I was not lying when I said that was going to be the case. And it looks like Wesley Holland is now coming up on Craig Covington. Covington is currently 2 laps down. And if... oh, caution flag is out. Keeping me busy, keeping me on my toes. All right, we're watching Robert Mattis, a.k.a. Panic, in the 14 truck, and just loses it. Gets down to those dotted white lines and just flat out loses it. Now, the difference here is he lost it in front of the field, and as they came screaming past him, that's why the caution flag came out. The difference between him and Toker was when he spun, there were no other cars coming up behind him, so that's why the caution flag did not come out when he spun. All right, looks like Wesley Holland's going to hold on to his position up front and not pit. And Billy Wise is also not going to pit, and that's going to put Billy Wise into second position. Unfortunately, these guys not pitting, that is not going to help Tim Campbell, who's currently 3 laps down, or Craig Covington, who is currently 2 laps down. Both these guys need the leaders to pit. Oh, hold on. Covington getting a lucky dog right there. That's going to put Covington back to 1 lap down. So if the first 2 had just pitted under green, then Tim could have taken the wave around, I guess, before we went back going green here. But we are 35 laps in the books out of 105. Let's take a quick pause for the cause.
Take some steel. Forge it with skill. Sprinkle it with stardust. Make an automobile. Folks, in the making of an automobile, one special factor is far more important than any other. That factor is engineering know-how. The kind of engineering know-how that sets Dodge far apart in its field. And here's what I mean. Only Dodge Engineering brings you that new look of lowness, combined with big, wide door openings and stretch-out roominess inside. Only Dodge Engineering brings you seats that swing out to meet you, swing in to seat you. Only Dodge Engineering brings you the ease of push-button torque flight drive, the greatness of torsionaire ride, the safety of total contact brakes. Folks, only Dodge Engineering know-how brings you so many finer features and exclusive advantages. And there's just one way for you to find out how much these features mean to you. And that's to slide behind the wheel of a 59 Dodge yourself this week for sure.
All right, welcome back to TNT on Lugnut TV. Yeah, I'm your host, Brian Tribble. The lights have just gone off on the pace car, so we got one more caution lap here before we will go back to green. Quick race summary. We've got 36 laps in the books. We've had 5 lead changes up front and 4 cautions for a total of 12 laps. I'm an analytical guy, so anytime we see more lead changes than cautions, I think that means we're having a pretty good race. However, I will point out that 1/3 of the race has been spent under the yellow flag, which is far too many laps. So hopefully we can get some more excitement up front without the cautions, and hopefully we can see Smoke Hughes on fresh tires get around Wesley Holland in the 4, who stayed out that time by. Here's your top 5, and Wesley Holland has control of the field, and we're going to go back green. And they are screaming across the start-finish line. Ford truck of Holland off to a great start, 58. Smoke Hughes right behind him, 38. Bob Wells putting the pressure on. 00, Toker also in line trying to make things happen here. 5th position, Trevor Bertillier in the 059. Everyone is single file as we go into turn number 3. And again, these guys really have to be single file. It's the only way to get through these corners. If they're double file in the corners, caution flags will be coming out. But up front, we got Bob Wells making a pass on Smoke. Bob Wells, your pole sitter tonight. Falling back through the field earlier. Ill-advised pit stop for some reason. And now he's back up in the 2nd spot as the hunt begins, as he tries to track down Wesley Holland in the 4. There's Wes, a few car lengths ahead. What you see there is approximately 0.6 of a second. Watching Billy Wise there, getting a taste of that outside wall, earning his Darlington stripe. And back up front, there's Bob Wells doing the opposite of closing in. He's fallen back to 0.9. Looks like we got 2 distinct packs here. We got these 3 guys in the back, Billy Wise, Craig Covington, and Tim Campbell. And then up front, Looks like Alan Matting is the last car in this pack up here in the top 8. So Matting, French, Mattis, Chillier, Johnson, Spoke Hughes, Bob Wells, and of course your leader, Wesley Holland. Wes's rear spoiler still sticking up in all kinds of crazy angles. Like a shark fin going on back there. Does not seem to be slowing him down one bit. A moment ago he had a 9/10 of a second lead on Bob Wells, and now that's up to well, about 1.2 as they cross the start finish. Yep, he's most definitely pulling away. Your leader's putting down some hot laps right now. Oh, Justin French into the wall. Let's check that out. Alright, here we are watching Justin French in the 018. He's going to be a reason this next caution comes out. Gets below the dotted white lines. And there he goes, getting loose, sliding around, and keeping her off the wall. Oh no, he had to call the tow truck. Oh no, he's disappeared off the racetrack. It appears Justin French has left the... he's parked it. The 018 of Justin French has decided to call it a day. And the rest of the field is just catching back up with the pace car here, it appears. Alright, lots of action on pit road. Bertillier and Wise and Wells stayed out. I'm sorry, no, Bertillier and Wise stayed out. Bob Wells is the first car on pit road. We'll see if he's the first car off pit road. Oh, Holland's going to beat him out. Then Wells. Then Toker. Alan Matting, the 317. And a couple other cars left on pit road. There's a 059 of Trevor coming down pit road, giving up that lead. For those of you new to the lug nut racing, when there's a 0 in front of the number, that means he's a rookie. So Justin French and Trevor are both rookies to our series. French, a C-class driver. Most of our guys are A or B. And Trevor Bertillier here, he's a B-class driver. And we're happy they're here. Sorry to see French bail out a little early there, but we totally understand. This is a tough track. Some call it too tough to tame, believe it or not. Back up front, guys have found the pace truck. I'm sorry, the pace car. And Tim Campbell's finally going to get that one of those waiver rounds. Fantastic job, Tim. Just a quick race summary for everyone. We've turned 47 laps out of how many are we doing tonight? out of the 120. Yeah, there goes Tim get his wave around. So still plenty of time, Tim, to get your next lap back. And well, I guess you got 2 more laps to get back, and then you'll be all set to bring home a great finish. So we've had 7 lead changes up front, 5 cautions for 15 laps, going on 16. And here we are with the lights off on the pace car again. Run down through our top 10 real quick. Got Wesley Holland, again, got the lead out front. He stopped for tires this time around. But outside him, Bob Wells, the 38. Let's see if we can get the jump on this restart. Toker, Matting, 3rd and 4th. Pace car is in. And West gets off to a tremendous start. Dives all the way down the apron. And right away, Bob Wells is feeling the pressure from Toker. These guys are feeling real sporty back there. Look at that wad of cars. Oh, Smoke putting the moves on Alan Matting. Able to complete that pass, no problem. And up front, we got Bob Wells breathing down the neck of Wesley Holland in the Ford truck. Greasy monkeys chasing down the greasy food. Wells looking a little bit faster right now. Toker too. Got a fantastic race for the lead up front. Gonna call this a 3-car battle because they have to be single file. No other way for these guys to get through the corners. Holland zigging and zagging down the backstretch trying to break that draft. Doesn't want to give an ounce of help to the 38 or the 00. And as they cross the start-finish line this time, Holland has a 1/4 of a second lead. That's what it looks like, about 2 car lengths, 1.5 car lengths. And the rest of the field still single file. I think if we could predict the next caution, it's going to be someone going down below the dotted white line, coming out of 2, getting loose, sliding, and spinning out in the backstretch. I don't think we're going to see too much car-on-car action this evening. Bertellier having a great run all the way up to 7th tonight. Hanging tough, staying clean. Craig Covington, an unfortunate accident under yellow a couple cautions ago. He has gotten back on the lead lap. And back up front, we're watching Wells watching Wesley get away, and that's going to let David Toker Johnson pull up on the rear bumper of Bad Bob. So here's Toker setting him up going into 1. Ooh, Toker oh so close to that outside wall. Maybe even skims it a little bit. More sparks coming off the 00 truck. And with that, the battle is basically over. Bob Wells pulling away from Toker as Wesley Holland is pulling away from Bad Bob. So those are your top 8 right there. We gotta look back a little further to Billy Wise, who is the last car on the lead lap. Maybe I spoke too soon, because it looks like Wise, under power, has pulled to the inside and letting all these guys go by. It's going to put Billy Wise 1 lap down. Looks like he's trying to get back up to speed, but not trying very hard, so you can see the fire coming out of the exhaust pipes as he comes down around turn 4. But he does not come down pit road, so he's just letting everyone go by, it appears. Not sure what's going on with Billy back here. Truck does look to be in pretty good nick. Again, he dives to the inside, lets Alan Matting away. And now the caution flag has come out. So now we're on camera 1 with the 14 truck of Robert Mattis. Oh, there it is. Touching the line, getting loose, getting squirrely. I think he would have... Oh, no! Panic with a huge impact. Huge impact on that inside wall. Let's ride on board with Panic. This is him coming across that start-finish line into 1. He's going to dance with that line. Watch him touch it right there. Almost saves it. Almost saves it. Oh, and instead of holding the brake, he tries to gas it through, and unfortunately, gasses it right into that inside wall. Panic coming down pit road, apparently in first gear, hoping to blow the engine, apparently. I don't think his crew chief's going to be happy with him after this. Just absolutely disgusted as Panic, that's for sure. So we are 61 laps. 60 laps out of our 120, which means just about halfway through. I think that means I can play another commercial and don't have to talk for a little bit. So without further ado, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Darlington. I'd like to give a shout out to our race sponsors again, racegear.com. Going to talk about them for a moment, just a second. Over the Top Paints and Designs, Billy Wise and the Wise Guys, bowtieapparel.com, and of course you're watching Lugnut TV. These guys are 2x2 behind the pace car. Means we'll be going green pretty soon here. All right, looks like they're just getting onto the backstretch here. So quick story, racegear.com, one of our sponsors, follow them on Facebook. They will hit you up with up-to-date news about NASCAR. And I just learned that Dale Jr. is going to be shooting a do-it-yourself fixer-upper show with his wife Amy in Key West, Florida on the HGTV channel. That's pretty cool for me because I live in Key West, Florida. So we'll be looking for Dale and Gus and Amy and the whole HGTV clan as they try to rehab some historic homes in Key West. So thank you, racegear.com, for breaking that story for me. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. Wesley Holland takes that position, number 1. Great battle side by side going into 2. Going into 1, I should say. And Bob Wells able to make a few moves back here. All the way up to 3rd spot. Up front, so we got Toker breathing down the neck of Wesley Holland. See how long that lasts, see if he's able to get up to his bumper. All right, just looking through the field here. Billy Wise is back on the lead lap, which means the top 9 guys are on the lead lap. Not sure what's going on with him back there, but Tim Campbell is still 2 laps down. And we had 2 cars who have pulled off the racetrack and packed it up, cranked her up, gone home. That's Justin French and Matthew Heavener. Not going to finish the race with us tonight. So Tim Campbell in 10th. Again, 2 laps down. Quick look at our top 10. Wesley Holland, followed by Johnson and Wells, Hughes and Mattis, Bertelier in 6th spot, Alan Matting in 7th, Craig Covington 8th, Billy Wise in 9th, and as I said before, Tim Campbell 10th. Looks like the field is pretty much strung out again. Here's some side-by-side activities. Got, Bertelier not able to make the pass. Wow, we haven't seen too many guys try to do that. And that's why, folks, almost impossible to make a pass on the inside going into one of these turns. You got to be almost past the other guy before you get to the turn, and you can push through harder and try to sneak by. But that time we were watching the 059 try to put the move on Panic. Panic was not having it, held his position, and holds on to 4th spot. Oh, Bertelier into the wall that time. Had a fantastic beginning of the race. Now he's just overdriving the car a little bit. Looks like he's trying a little bit too hard. And we're starting lap number 70 of 105. That means we got 35 laps to go. Something's happened to Bob Wells. He's now 2 laps down. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to him. Wow. My goodness. Yep, we've lost Bob. Bob has disappeared off the face of the planet. That is a hard pill to swallow. One of the unfortunate things about sim racing is you're very much dependent on your computer, on your internet connection, on your graphics card, on Bill Gates and Windows 99. Anything and everything. One thing goes wrong, and next thing you know, you're looking at a blank screen and unable to control anything. So that's a bummer for Bob. Hopefully you can get back soon, buddy. And we're watching the 317 of Alan Matting. He's getting his Darlington stripe. That would be cool if you could turn the racing wall orange as he skims around the outside here. That is Alan Matting in 6th spot. Behind him, the 96 of Craig Covington, currently 2nd in points with us in the TNT series. He is 10 points behind your race leader, Wesley Holland. So he's not going to make up any ground unless he beats him. But Craig currently in 7th spot on the lead lap. Able to complete that pass in Alan Matting. Man, he did that quick. And behind Matting, that's Tim Campbell 2 down. Billy Wise 4 laps down now, and Bob Wells is yet to return to the racetrack. Oh, or maybe he has. Bob Wells, his not so triumphant return to the racetrack. He's fallen back to 10th spot now, 7 laps down. That's gonna be tough to make up, my friend. Tough to make up. So back up front, we got Wesley Holland with a commanding lead now, almost 3 seconds over David Toker Johnson. Another 2.5 seconds back, you'll find Jason Smoke Hughes in the 58 machine. Pretty good run for Smoke tonight. Panic in 4th spot. There's Trevor. Let's see what kind of damage he's got. He's still looking pretty clean. Covington currently in 6th spot. Matting falling back to 7th as we watch Bob Wells multiple laps down try to get around him. Just to make sure everyone gets their TV time. Here's Campbell in 8th position. In front of him, Billy Wise in 9th position. And of course, bad Bob Wells back on the track after some internet connectivity issues. Multiple laps down. Driving like a crazed man, though. He's trying to show everyone how good he is at Darlington. He was our pole winner. Was the fastest truck on the track for quite a while. And unfortunately, today is not going to be his day. So, go back up front. There's your leader, Wesley Holland. And we got to look way back here. There's Johnson. That's what 3.5 seconds looks like. The field is really fanned out at this point. So we got 81 laps in the books. 25 to go. Okay, just kind of clicking through the field here. Everyone's maintaining their gaps. No close action on the racetrack at the moment. Guess all the activity would be the 059, who looks like he's loose when he's going in a straight line. This kid is having a great time. Really catching up to Panic. This could be a battle for fourth spot. We've seen these two cats here before with Trevor trying to make that pass on the inside going into 1 and unsuccessfully bouncing off the 14 and almost spinning out, but holding on to it. Perhaps we're setting up for another one of those. Tell you what, let's go on board. Let's go on board this way. And we'll watch as Trevor tries to put the moves on Panic. And we will crank this thing up. Alright, I'm going to show you the instant replay there of what that looked like from Panic's perspective as he gives up fourth spot. Here's camera 1 on the 14 truck. We're going to watch him just kind of get stuck to that outside wall. And that's going to leave the door open for Trevor to swing on by. Oh, hits it hard. That's harder than I thought he had hit. But keeps her pointed in the right direction. So back live. Not slowed down. There's Panic in the wall again. And that time it definitely slowed him down a bit. And there goes. Alright, Panic is now officially using that outside wall to help the car turn. I'm not sure it's making him any faster, but he is using it to help make that car turn. So up here in fourth spot, here's Trevor after making that triumphant pass. In, about 7 or 8 seconds behind Jason Hughes. He's 3 seconds behind this guy, David Toker Johnson. And Toker is 4 seconds behind this guy, Wesley Holland, your race leader. And as I'm looking through the rest of the field, looks like everyone's maintaining their gaps again. Billy Wise a little bit off the pace. And just continuing to go through the field here. Take a look at our top 10 there. We'll do it backwards here from Wells, Wise, to Campbell, Madding, Darlington. Then in our top 5, from top down, we got Wesley Holland leading the field of 12 cars today. Johnson making a pass on Campbell there. Campbell's a couple laps down. Johnson in second. Jason Smoke Hughes in third. Bertillier in fourth. And Panic in fifth. Panic able to recover after slapping that outside wall a few times. And not sure who to really follow on the racetrack. Everyone's kind of maintaining their gap, so give some more love to Wesley Holland up front. He is your leader after 94 of 105 laps. Beginning lap number 95, so I believe he's got 11 to go here. And your math may be as fuzzy as mine. I apologize. I said there was 120 laps in this race a few times. That is incorrect. It is 105, and he's just started lap number 95. And there you go, start 96, so 10 to go. Looks like Holland is catching up on Billy Wise pretty quickly. Wise just slowly making laps on the inside. Yep, he had it in third gear as he let those guys go by. Looks like we may have a battle brewing here. Smoke Hughes is down to about a second and a half behind second spot. Oh, into the wall he goes. And you're watching Bad Bob Wells make this pass on the inside. That is not for position. Bob Wells a healthy number of laps down at this point. But Smoke Hughes, who had been really gaining on second spot, unfortunately, clicks that outside wall a little bit harder than he probably wanted to, and it's now losing ground to Toker in the second spot. And again, that's Bob Wells passing some cars that are a few laps ahead of him. And so Toker is now 1.7 seconds ahead of Smoke. That is going to be the best battle on the racetrack, I think, because those two going for second position. All right, Smoke, you got him in your sights. Down to 0.6 of a second. So let's go on board with the 58. Really able to make up a lot of ground there. Smoke has cut it down to half a second. Trying to hunt down second spot and take it away from Toker. Toker's really slowed up these last few laps. Of course, you never know. He could just be baiting him. Oh, there goes smoke into the wall. Don't think it slowed him down any. There he goes, slamming the outside wall. That's definitely going to hurt. That's going to slow him down quite a bit. And with 2 laps to go, that's going to be the end of the battle for second spot. So here's Smoke limping it back around. Now good number of seconds back. All right, so white flag lap. Here's your leader, Wesley Holland. And we're watching him coming out of turn number 4 here. You can see that checkered flag. And takes it. Wesley Holland, your winner. Putting on a show for the fans, getting loose. Getting loose and having fun. Repeat winner, Wesley Holland. Back to the field. Johnson able to hold on to that second spot. Hughes in third. Well, let's let these guys all cycle around real quick. And we'll give Wesley Holland the opportunity to do some fantastic burnouts. And that's your winner, Wesley Holland. Really, really burning them down, doing a great job. All right, let's pull up our third place finisher. Jason Hughes, do you have a copy?
Buddy.
All right, congratulations on your third place finish. How'd you do it?
I don't know, man. This track is crazy. I just tried to race the track, and yeah, that's what happened.
All right, cool. Looked like you were having a nice little battle there with the 00, unable to make that pass happen. Were you trying hard, pushing, or just kind of letting it happen?
Are you talking about my battle with the wall? Because I seem to battle that a lot.
Yeah, I was watching. Well, you're really gaining on Johnson for second spot, and then you pounded that outside wall a little bit, but so it goes.
Definitely pushing the truck a little too hard on these old tires. This track just tore them up, and I'd say with 20 to go, I was feeling how bad the tires were. So that was a rough race tonight. It was fun though.
All right, cool. You got any shout outs while I got you up here?
Yeah, always the paint shop in the booth, and you guys up here for doing what you do, broadcasting the race.
All right, that's Jason Hughes. Congratulations on the third place finish, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, Toker, you got your ears on.
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
All right, you are up here in the podium, I guess we'll call it. Your second place finish in the 00. How's it going, man?
I am exhausted. I think it was 40, 45 laps we ran. Man, I was trying to run with Wes at the beginning of that run, and I just wore my tires off way too soon. I did not need a green flag run at that situation. But this is one of my favorite tracks, and some of my favorite racers to race with, and I can't complain. I came home second, and the truck's mostly in one piece. Mostly.
Yeah, man. It looked good. Definitely looked like you were having fun. Some pit strategy there in the middle, and you were able to bring it home second. You know, any day you come home second to West, that's almost like a win in this series.
Well, I'm kind of proud of myself. A small victory. I got 2 podiums in a row. They're second places. Working on the victory, but it might come this season, might come next season. I don't know.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you at Homestead, Miami. You think you got something for West there?
I doubt it, but I will bring it.
All right, brother.
I will bring what I got.
All right. We'll see you next time. And our winner, Wesley Holland. Congratulations, Wes.
Thank you there, Tribble.
Tell me, how'd you do it?
I drove and I clicked off laps and I won.
All right, sweet. Did you have to turn left at all during this race?
I felt like I was turning right into the wall the entire race, but yeah, I think I was making some left turns out there.
Yeah, you made it pretty exciting there in the beginning. All kinds of. I missed the first pass for the lead when Bob got back around you, and then shortly after you were spinning. Was it that dotted white line that was getting you?
I mean, yeah, I dropped the left sides down there, and it snaps the truck if you get down there. But the biggest part was getting in that dirty air. That's why I stayed out a couple times on old tires, just because I wanted to lead the pack. So yeah, I mean, dirty air was killing me, and just my own mistakes once again.
All right. Well, once you got that all solved, you led a lot of laps and brought home the checkered flag. Anyone you want to thank while you're up here?
Of course, like every week, everybody in this league shows up, and the guys we have fun with every week, and you up in the booth, and John and Bob for putting this stuff on for us.
Sweet. I tell you what, maybe off camera we can record your victory lane speech, and then I won't have to have this interview with you anymore. We'll just play it.
That'll work, dude.
All right, brother. Thanks again for racing. We enjoyed watching it, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, I appreciate it, Tribble. Thanks for doing what you do.
All right, that was Wesley Holland in the Ford truck, bringing home another win. That's going to bring his win total to 2 in a row, and I think that is number 8 on the season. That's pretty cool. Again, real quick, thanking our sponsors, racegear.com, over the top paints and designs. If you like the paint job on any of these trucks, chances are it came from Over the Top Paints and Designs. You can find them on the Facebook. Billy Wise and the Wise Guys, you saw him out there in the 32 truck putting on a show. I think Bob would say don't listen to dumb music, listen to the Wise Guys. And of course, bowtieapparel.com. We think that's Alan Madding at 317. That's his company. Go check that out if you like your Chevrolet. Lots of doodads and fun stuff on there that you can order and will be delivered swiftly, and you'll become a better person for wearing Bowtie apparel. So check out bowtieapparel.com. And of course, you're watching Lugnut TV. I am your host, Brian Tribble. And to end this evening's festivities here, we're going to do one more commercial run and call it a day. So thanks for watching, and make sure you tune in tomorrow night around 10 p.m. with Bob Wells for the Bump and Run series at Martinsville.